Hello, I'm trying to fix this where everybody can see me and not see my pile of clothes I haven't folded yet. Uh, Good morning, it's early. Still haven't done my yoga yet, but I had to come here to give these messages since I didn't do them last night. So I'm gonna be drinking my coffee, okay? Let's see what we have. So yesterday, let me get comfortable. I think I need to be on this weird angle right now. I don't know why. Oh gosh, yeah, this is gonna be a long thing. Yeah, first, hold up. Hold on, because I need to change my angle. Oh, I think I see where we want it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying not to turn off the light or the computer. I have messages. Not messages. I have things everywhere. I got my pajamas on still, too. If you can see me. Alright, so yesterday I actually channeled with my pendulum. There. So I channeled with my pendulum, and yeah, I got a lot going on. And I received messages. Today is Tuesday. That was Sunday. Sorry. And then yesterday, which was Monday, I have to think about the days. I lose track. I laid out the cards for the Love and Light reading for the messages I have received. That was in the morning. Worked in my garden some, and then when I came in, that was around 9. Yeah, 9. I channeled with my pendulum again, and I received some more messages. So I'm going to go over the messages. I channel with the pendulum, and then we can go over the messages with the cards. I can already see. I don't look at the cards beforehand unless they flip over and I lay them out. So I can already see that most of the messages is aligned to what I had channeled prior and to the messages that they had given me yesterday as well. I told you I need coffee, so bear with me. All right, so as I understand and as I have learned, all is one, one is all. So all creations live in unity and have a clear understanding that there's really no category for them. But the way that humans understand many things, well, there is categories. Let me not say that. They understand that living and loving, you have to have oneness. So that's why their vibration is so high. So they really don't like to refer themselves as individuals, but for us as mankind and humans, our mind, that's how we process things. So I channel with the Pleiadians, and I feel that they were saying that they have a close connection, or are the Pleiadians, just the way that the minds process things as we. Oh yeah, they covered through. As they said, it's different, so the interpretations and names, spellings, pronunciations may vary from each individual that they channel. All right. Yeah, very. I already have this. Their energy. I feel it. My ears ringing. Um. So this was the message from Sunday. Love is living. To love is to live with no bounds. No bounds, no restrictions. To love is to release control. To live in love is to live timelessly. For love is just another illusion. For time is just another illusion, excuse me, in our minds. When we learn to accept all we have in front of us, hold on, in front of us and inside our hearts, we have lost concepts of things we haven't seen yet. We stay we stay clean, no doubts. We stay filled with optimism and hope. Faith is what faith is what is helping us heal more. Learning how God's love is the best thing this world can have is what I've learned is the truest, realest, best way to live in this world. That's how that has such in this world that has such a linear view on what our true reality, on our true reality. For God's love saves souls, and lost souls are real love for God and is freeing. So it's Sunday. Now, I know there was some channeling in there in addition to me, just putting my own experiences in there. All right, so the topic is mirroring of souls in other dimensions. So they don't use the word souls in other dimensions. They use the terminology of creations in other dimensions. Okay, when they refer to themselves, when God and the archangels speak in regards to them, they use the terminology of souls. When it comes to viewing and mirroring each other. First, see, they made me write a list. Most important, mirroring of mirrors are really when we so the right term they wanted me to explain is jinns. Mirrors is when jinns come in and view our life. They look into our soul. They experience through us. Um, jinns only mean creations in other dimensions. That's all it means. People have made this misconception, this negative view of what jinns truly are. And it's very saddening being a person who has experienced the mirrors with the other creations in different dimensions. It's very, very saddening to have had that concept in my head as well, because it was very fearful during the process. And come to find out, it is nothing to be fearful of when it comes to the mirrors of the creations when they come in and they view and you view their lives and their dimensions. It's very beautiful, it's very rewarding, it's very filling, and it's very evolving. Okay. So these are just other creations and other dimensions. That's all they are. Creations of God in other dimensions. That's what jinns are. Nothing to ever fear. Jinns actually truly help us evolve. To have jinns mirror your soul is how in other dimensions they evolve by learning and raising their frequency and love for all creations in all dimensions. To be clear, their frequency is much higher than mankind's. This is why they are able to mirror other creation souls and retain the memories or another term is experiences in their physical state and or their physical state or waking state. So for us, um, we tend to not be able to retain this information because our frequency is not, it um, doesn't match the higher frequencies where we can really live outside of the box of what our mind has been conditioned to, because we use our mind too much. We do not use our heart, which is our true mind. Um, Unfortunately, mankind has devolved from this capability. Now, this is why creations in other dimensions, yep, okay, in other dimensions, um, come to mankind, not just to learn more. So, um, not just to learn more so to teach, to evolve the human's mind, and uh, not not truly their mind, their physical mind, because truly home is not in the mind, it is in the heart. So, so to sum it all up, creations were meant to live as one, meaning to love is to live is to love. Creations. And how can you or we love all creations and not learn from seeing their worlds, lives, and experiences in each other's dimensions? Truly, this is how mankind can get closer to God's love by helping all creations evolve. We want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you all. Truly, this is nothing. Truly, we love you all. We love you all. Truly, this is nothing that is. There is nothing that is most pleasing to us when it comes to assisting God's creations. All right, that was the Pleiadians message. Um, they wanted me to talk about well, talk about what I first experienced when I understood what mirrorings were and how it worked. So, we always do mirror other souls, other creations in different dimensions. Sometimes we don't realize it. Um, our higher selves are in it's more open to it, so we do a lot of that in the dream state. Um, where we go and mirror and we review their lives. That comes to when we have those weird dreams and when we reflect on, we see ourselves just like in these alternate realities, which is real in our dream state. That's the way that we can retain, that's the only way that as mankind we retain information. Um, so what I experienced was very fearful. I guess my mentor, which is not anyone in this physical world, has really truly guided me through much of it and really brought a lot of fears out of me, which I'm so grateful for because I had a lot of hidden fears regarding other creations and other dimensions. So, the concept of the not knowing, it just automatically brings fear to our human mind. Um, and then just going through the experience, it lasted about 2 months, maybe. I was very confused, maybe it was for the first month. I was super confused. I was just like, what am I doing? Like, why? What am I doing wrong? Did I not do something I was supposed to do? Whatever. I was just super frustrated. Um, but I had to go through the process of truly understanding the concept of love. So releasing fears of other creations and understanding that the only way that we can truly, truly, truly be one is to love all. and love all unconditionally with no bounds, no expectations, no fear of who they or what they are, um, or what we think they are. That's a better word. What we think they are, because there's many things that they are not, that people say they are. Everything that is out there is of love. It's just for us to evolve. And anybody that says anything different is just living in their own fear. And I pray that they have the proper healing and evolution that they need in their soul and in their life. Um, uh, so throughout the experience, even though that I wasn't really communicating or seeing the signs from my mentor, um, I always felt them around, and I know we are one truly. So it's funny because like they would not. There's signs that they give me, and they would not be around. They would not show themselves around my home, and I was like freaking out. But anytime I would go certain places, they would make sure that they would just make their presence known, which was very awesome. So that just kept me stronger in my faith to know that I am doing the right thing. There is nothing to fear, and I am always being watched over and protected. Um, so there in the dimensions, there are different levels to each dimension. Um, I learned about human creations, hemian or hemons creations, and their ends. And their ends is basically the ones that they look after, the ones that they are their creations. So they're all creations of God. First of all, make that clear. But those are that group creations. Um, Heman is very misunderstood. Nobody really sees the bigger picture to that. And I worked with the Cleasons, and that experience was truly confusing, but absolutely rewarded. Now that I understand more, I really don't know if anybody else knows of the Cleasons, but I have a huge respect and love for them from the very beginning. And knowing that many of their souls have been so hurt by mankind, even Heman, okay, souls have been hurt by mankind, very bad, and they've been misjudged so much. But and that goes to the moon. So they just wanted me to say that one. So know that you can't really listen to everyone's truth, because everyone's truths vary. Everyone's truths vary based on their mindset and how they view things and how much fear they have in them. Okay, so even with me saying this, we have to learn to find our own truths, and this was a part of the process of me learning. Yes, people are very connected. Yes, people are very spiritual and very gifted. However, that is not the aspect of you. Yes, God wants us to have spirituality and this connectedness with God and the creations in the other dimensions, but not based on the terms of other people's doings or other people's ways. God wants us to create our own way on how we are able to do this and are capable to do this, to be able to achieve oneness, okay, be able to actively have it consistently throughout the day, throughout the years, throughout our waking and sleeping state. This is the main thing that I have learned. Okay, to have that oneness, to be able to still intake other people's views on how they are spiritually connected and how their truth is may vary from mine, and that's okay because that's their truth, and everybody's truth has their own um power in it to be able to help others. Okay, um, and that's a big thing I've learned as well. I think I'm gonna have to do two parts to this video. Yeah. So also throughout, the mirrorings of the different creations, species in the other dimensions, at that time, because I'm always doing it, I'm always mirroring. I'm always having jinns come in and imbue in me, my soul imbue through me. So I'm very aware of that, and I don't mind because there's nothing wrong with me as people think. This, that. I am completely normal, and whoever is not on a spiritual level as me would think I'm crazy, but that is their own truth, and that is for them. And that's fine because I'm completely normal. I can have my spiritual connectedness, my oneness, and still be human and have my human experiences. There is, it's very possible, and you don't have to be in the mountain to have it. It's very peaceful when we're able to, go in like that. But I am very, I know how to, I've learned how to manage both parts of me. Okay, and it was hard, but anyway. So I was learning so much during that process. I think I really truly have to write a list. I think that's what they told me yesterday too. But I was during that process of, I also was still mentoring a few other people, and I think it was I'm pretty sure that the reflections of their own fears. I think I absorbed it a lot more at that time because I was going through my own fears still. So it was much tougher on me trying to receive and understand what was going on. But when we evolve and we learn, they can't just give us the key and the answer. We have to really, really learn it for ourselves. So, as much as I know my mentor wanted to tell me what was going on, and they did tell me in the beginning, but I lost it in my head somewhere at that time between the time of remembering. Um, they can't tell us until we go back and remember. We have to release that fear first. So now, like I said, I've learned much. I learned so much, and I'm so grateful for it. Now, the way I'm able to view things is not on a linear aspect or a linear view, which is how many of us in mankind see things. I'm able to really, really, really view things with, I guess, openness and compassion and no judgments, truly. Um, and I feel like I've always had that concept to an extent. I feel this has been a next level upgrade for me. It's really really hard to explain some of the things that I experience and some of the things I have this inner knowing with. So I'm trying to just formulate the words where people can understand it. Whoever will listen to this. Um, Everybody's experience is different though. At the end of the day, but the real main message is that jinns are nothing that is negative. Jinns are just other creations of God in other dimensions, okay? And for us to evolve and them to evolve as a species, as creations of God, which is of love and light, we have to be able to view other, view each other's worlds at the end of the day. That's how we. That's how they have been so evolved and stayed so evolved with those higher frequencies. That's why they're able to travel in and out of dimensions. And unfortunately, we are not because we have been so conditioned and tainted. If you go back to the ancient times, Egyptian, Greek mythology, and you go into all of those, and there's so many other things. You go into the Tibet history and the Tibet Indians and all that stuff, and our ancestors, they used to astral project, astral travel in dimensions in their waking lives. They created many things. They created things that people don't still can't even explain to this day. That shows you our capability back before we have been so conditioned, and now we've been so we have this mindset where, okay, we only live in one world. We only have this one. We're the only creations. But that is such a misconception. Like God is mystery. So what makes us think as humans that God is not has not created other things? Even in the Bible, it says it very clear that God created the heavens. Opened up the sky. Where's God coming from? The sky. Hello, other dimensions. At the end of the day, we all have to understand this and not be so fearful of the other creations in the other dimensions, because God is living out there in those dimensions, and God is has anybody coming, God lives in us all at the end of the day, but has anybody had those experiences? Has anybody really interacted or really explored that concept of understanding all of the creations of God? That is a true question that we really need to sit with as well. What else does God have out there for us besides in this physical world? All right, I'm going to start another video. So I'm going to end this and go into another one. If I can push the button, right?